Chevrolet, Crossland Construction, Jeff's Towing, Life Care Center, Prescription Center, Rick Smith DVS, The Appliance Store, The Medicine Shop, Trust Point Insurance, and U.S. Cellular.
And now, Jim Hills, your voice of the Wildcats.
Welcome to Burlington Lady Cat basketball on the Dog here tonight. From Baldwin, it's the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. And tonight's action will find the Burlington Lady Cats on the road to take on the home team, the Baldwin Lady Bulldogs, here tonight. Both teams come into the third round of the tournament with 2-0 records. And this one will determine tonight's champion of the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. We're glad you could join us here tonight on the Dog. You know, you can find us here every Tuesday and Friday night at a rare Monday night contest with the first game of the tournament. The Lady Cats took care of business on Monday night as the ladies got a 76-46 win over Lewisburg to open up the tournament. Came right back around on Tuesday night and took on Anderson County. Lady Cats a 54-24 decision Tuesday, and that sets them up to play against Baldwin here tonight in the middle school gymnasium. We want to welcome everybody here. This is Jim Hills along with Rick Smith beside me to bring you tonight's Lady Cat basketball contest. The men's contest will tip off around 7:15 tonight following the Lady Cat game, and we're glad you could be with us. Had another one of those fantastic Diner Cafe sandwiches up on the way. Again, I don't know if they keep building those bigger, but we don't have room for that piece of cake. What did you see on the box tonight for us?
It's a coconut almond chocolate cake.
Coconut, almond, and chocolate. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty big cake to hook all of them up.
It sounded pretty doggone good.
They always are. They take care of us down there at the Diners Cafe. And the Lady Cats are ready to take care of business here as we get ready for the tip-off. We've had the introduction of the starting lineups here tonight. As Ashlyn Depley, the tip is taken away, tipped away and down court with the first score of the night is Abby Ogle, the 5'8 senior. She connects on the layup, and Baldwin will go up 2-0 with the first bucket. Full court pressure by the Bulldogs against these Burlington Lady Cats. A long pass out to Camry Wagner. Down, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Back to defend as Camry picked up that ball at the charity stripe. One step to go in, and she's fouled by Kate Ogle. Ogle, the 5'11 junior, back on defense. Whistle for her first personal foul, and it sends Camry Wagner to the line for the Lady Cats, and she'll have 2 free throw attempts. First is on the way, rims off, no good, but she'll stand up for her second free throw attempt. It's no good, but therefore the rebound, Paige Sawyer on a putback shot is fouled, and Paige will go to the line now. Nice job by Paige Sawyer to get underneath and get the free throw attempt. Riley Stewart picks up her first personal foul for the Bulldogs, and Paige connects on her first free throw, and the Cats are on the board. Second free throw also netted home, and we're tied 2-2, just underway here at Baldwin tonight. With the dribble on the right-hand side, goes down the lane, lays it off to Ogle. She'll have to kick back out behind the arc. On the wing, Lindenmeyer gets the ball up. That shot away is no good, and Young boards it out for the Lady Cats. Up court finds Gilman left side. Tried to force that ball inbounds. Ball tipped back off the leg of Gilman. It's out of bounds, and that will be Bulldog ball. Fast pace here on both sides of the ball for the Lady Cats and the Bulldogs here tonight. Dribble drive into the lane, shot away. It's short off the front of the rim, tipped out, and back into the hands of Stewart. Pass stolen out of there by Kirsten Young. She'll bring it up for the Lady Cats into the lane. We've got a reach-in foul on the dribble. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket as number 4, Abby Ogle, is whistled for her first. And that'll be the third team foul on the Baldwin Bulldogs. Lady Cats to play it in on their own end here. Looking for the cutter in the paint. Turn and get it to Debley. Her shot is blocked. Gets the loose ball back. She'll return it to Paige under the hoop, and she's fouled. These officials have got a lot of air in their whistle tonight as the Lady Bulldogs putting on a strong defense, but they've been whistled up for 4 personal fouls here in the first minute of play. And that sends Paige Sawyer back to the line where she hits the first, and the Lady Cats take their first lead of the night here with 6:55 remaining in the first quarter. Sawyer now 4 for 4 from the line, and the Lady Cats up 4-2. Down court quickly. They lay the ball. What a bad pass. Over the top, out of bounds, and the Lady Cats will take possession. Rick and I talked about it on the way up. This can be a game of possessions. Both teams need to hold on to the ball, and that turnover gives it back to the Lady Cats. They'll inbound it to Ashland, then way now back to Paige Sawyer as the pressure backs off until she comes across the timeline. Man-to-man defense by the Bulldogs. Wagner, high post, gives it up to Kirsten, a 3. Yes, it is. Kirsten Young fires from behind the arch, and the Lady Cats go up 7-2. Down court they come. Another bad pass, tipped off and out of bounds. It'll be Lady Cat basketball. Bulldogs want to bring that pass up quickly, work to the inside where they've got a height advantage against the Lady Cats, but good pressure defense by Burlington has caused a couple of turnovers here in the early going. Ball tipped away on the far side. It'll stay in the hands of Burlington. Coach Gilman on his feet. Wants the Lady Cats to get that offense set up. They'll look to Gilman. Now back to Paige. She'll come to the center. Looks and finds at the high post. Coming off the pick low is Gilman. She'll back it out again for the Lady Cats. Wagner extended side, puts it to Kirsten Young on the dribble drive away is no good. Debley forced it, her shot up, no good, and rebounded away to number 14, Kate Ogle. She'll bring it up court. Across the timeline, so down low with the dribble drive. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Stops action down low. A foul on the Lady Cats. Number 5 is Paige Sawyer with her first personal foul. And stepping to the line, Abby Ogle will be shooting a pair. Set to check in for the Lady Cats, Grace Kuhlman and Jarrah Thorpe. Ogle misfire on the first free throw attempt. She'll be there at the line for the second. Sets and looks. It's on the way. This one does rim home. A 7-3 lead. Lady Cats lead it here with 5:45 remaining in the first quarter of play. Oh, Thorpe in the backcourt, picks up her dribble, now gets it to Sawyer across the timeline. Looking to trap, they step through. Ball knocked loose and a steal. Ogle comes with the left hand. Dribble drive is up and good. Good job shielding the ball with her body there. A 2-point lead. Reach in, another steal by Ogle. She'll lay it up. And again, we've got a tie game now. 7-7 on 2 turnovers. And they connect all the way for the bucket. Now a play stops with a reach-in foul on Carly Lindenmeyer. Lindenmeyer picks up her first. And a 15 foul for the Lady Bulldogs. And the Cats will play it in the backcourt. Thorpe picks up the dribble, goes to the high post on the right wing. Sawyer dribble drives. Ball blocked away out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lady Cats under their own bucket as they'll play it in with 4:58 left on the clock here in the first quarter of action. 7-7 tie, the Bulldogs and the Lady Cats. Inbound, they go to Thorpe on the far wing. Picks up her dribble, now looks over the top, and a steal on the right wing. Lindenmeyer dribble drives all the way, can't get it in. Picks up the loose ball, now back to Ogle at the top of the key. She'll kick it out behind the arch. Lindenmeyer thought about it, pulls it back now. They'll swing right side. Shot away from 18, off the mark, gets out of bounds, and that's Lady Cat basketball under the Baldwin bucket. Checking into the lineup for Baldwin, number 20, McKinley Markley now into the lineup, along with substitute Brianne Gear. Their first appearances here on the floor at the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. In the backcourt, Kirsten Young with the dribble, brings it across the timeline, right wing. She'll work one-on-one. Looks for the high post. They'll go down low to Kuhlman. Turn around. She's trapped there. Gets out of it. Paige Sawyer from 12. Dono's good shot. And rebounded up to the Bulldogs. They'll bring it quickly. Drive the lane, but we've got a block foul. The defender could not get there quick enough. And going to the line will be number 11, Kayla Kurtz. As Camry Wagner picks up her first personal foul and the second team foul on the Lady Cats. Kurtz steps to the line. That free throw down and out. Wouldn't find a home in the net as Julia Gilman and Ashlyn Depley both check back into the lineup for Burlington here at the 4:12 mark. Second free throw will be in the hands of Kurtz. Eyes the rim, short off the front, and Gilman boards it for the ladies. Across the timeline now. Back to Gilman. She stops and pops from 12. Shot away, no good. Rebounded out to Baldwin, and the ball tipped away. Dibley comes up with the loose ball, and the Cats bring it up quickly. Young on the far wing, but a bad pass picked off. Sort of telegraphed where she was headed for, and the turnover ends up in the hands of the Bulldogs. Crossover dribble down the lane, and that is Abby Ogle with the two. Back in the lead now, 9-7. Baldwin on top here with 3:30. Young comes down quickly, fires up a three, and puts the Lady Cats back on top. 10-9. Lady Cats on the board with 3:30 left on the clock. Ball turned over into the hands of the Lady Cats. They'll bring it down court quickly. Gilman with the dribble. Goes over to Young at the top of the circle. Three again. It's wide of the mark. Depley chasing down the loose ball. It's out of bounds on the far end. The officials talk it over, and they award that ball to the Baldwin Bulldogs as number 3, Carly Lindenmeyer, checks back onto the floor for Baldwin. Lady Cats will put full court pressure on. They'll inbound quickly. Off the timeline. A trap and a steal by the Lady Cats right in front of Coach Gilman. He calls a timeout. We've got some fast and furious basketball going on here tonight, Rick.
Yes, we do.
Wow. It is going guns right here. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. And the Burlington Lady Cats lead is 10-9 here on the home of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Boys games were the first games the last 2 nights on Monday and Tuesday. They got victories playing in the first game. The Lady Cats got the nightcap victory. Switch it up tonight. The Lady Cats first. We may need an oxygen bottle before we get to the halftime break.
Yeah, they're pushing it up and down the court pretty hard. Both sides are. And, it's going to be interesting to see which team runs out of gas first.
It's going to be a test, but I think both teams are going to be up to it here. A steal in the backcourt. Loose ball, and it's a Baldwin ball. They'll go right side. Picked up the dribble. Now bring it out back to the top. They'll set the offense on the right wing. Work down low. Turn around, shot away, and go good. Thorpe with the rebound, but she gets tied up. And the possession arrow will be with the Lady Cats. Kurtz did not get that little short turnarounder to fall. And then nothing is secure until they get the ball up court. Here comes Gilman. She tries to lay it down low on the bounce pass to Depley and could not get the connection. Out of bounds, and it is Baldwin ball. Checking back on the floor again, number 4, Abby Ogle for the Bulldogs. Ogle, all 9 points for the Bulldogs here in this first quarter of play. She'll set the offense, comes left-hand wing. Off the pick and roll, but a bad pass stolen away by Debley. And here come the Lady Cats. Thorpe with the dribble. Finds Grace Kuhlman at the high post. Looks under. Gilman went down low and got her defender in the air. Number 11, Kayla Kurtz, is whistled for her first personal foul. And now 16 fouls on the Bulldogs. 2:15 left on the clock with the Lady Cats leading by 1. They will play it in under their own bucket as number 5, Paige Sawyer, checks back onto the floor for Burlington. Kirsten Young comes to the bench, her first break here in the first quarter of play. Gilman takes the ball in the deep corner. Bad pass over the top, throws it away. And that ball goes back to Baldwin. In the backcourt, Ogle will dribble across the timeline, set the offense now for Baldwin. Picks up the dribble, but a stolen ball by Thorpe, but she travels with it, trying to regain her feet. When you're down, you're down. Stay right there. Baldwin will regain possession as they'll play it in under their own bucket here with 2 minutes on the clock, and they trail by 1. Set behind the arch. A 3 on the way is up and good. Carly Lindenmeyer gets her first bucket of the night and puts the Bulldogs up by 2. Quickly ball down court. Stolen away. Everybody rustle for the ball. Paige Sawyer ends up with it, but she's fouled. And we're going to start shooting some free throws here. Number 20, McKinley Barkley, is whistled for her first personal. And the 17th foul at the 141 mark sends Paige Sawyer to the line. Cameron Wagner checking in for Burlington, and Kate Ogle back on the floor for Baldwin. Paige 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. All 4 of her points so far this evening. First one is on the way. That's up and good. We don't want to jinx her with that as she gets set for the next. And Kirsten Young will check back in for the Lady Cats. 12-11, a chance to tie it up here for the Lady Cats, and they do with another pair of free throws from Paige Sawyer. A minute 30 left on the clock. The ball tipped away, but it's out of bounds off the Lady Cats, and Baldwin will play it in under their own bucket. A 4-square set for the Bulldogs. Looking for the cutter down the lane. Shot up off the rim, no good. Rebound, ball tipped away, out of bounds off Wagner. Couldn't control the rebound, and it'll be Baldwin to inbound again underneath their own bucket. Looking for the cutter in the lane. It's not there. They'll go out high on top. Gilman nearly had the steal. Lindenmeyer goes right side. Ogle behind the arc. Her 3 is up and good. Abby Ogle. Scoring machine for Baldwin here tonight. Gilman brings it up for the Lady Cats. Goes to Debley at the high post. Gilman gets the ball back. Tries to put it down under to Camry, but that ball tipped away out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Cats to inbound under their own bucket. Paige Sawyer steps out of bounds to key it up for Burlington. Looks for that cutter. Debley inside, goes up for the shot, and she is fouled. Ashlyn Debley will go to the line for the Lady Cats as number 11, Kayla Kurtz, picks up her second personal. Ready to check into the lineup again, Kelly Stewart back on the floor for the Bulldogs. First free throw on the way is up and good for Debley. She'll set for the second. 1:11 left on the clock here in this first quarter of a fast action game before the Bulldogs and the Wildcats. Debley couldn't get that one to fall and boarded away to Baldwin. Up court on the right wing. Ogle skip pass, goes right side. Now over the top. They'll set it in the hands of Carly. She'll call out the offense. Back on the right wing, they look for Ogle in the deep corner. She's not open there. Kirsten Young has that defensive assignment. Stops and pops short. And Wagner comes out of there with the rebound. She'll release to Gilman up court, left-hand side. Picks up the dribble out to Young behind the arc. Heads up and down. Kirsten Young, another three-pointer. And the Lady Cats narrow that lead to a one-point margin. Ogle driving the lane is whistled for the player control foul. Her second of the night, Abby Ogle in the lane. And the Wildcats will get the ball back with 28 seconds remaining on the clock. They trail it 16-15 here on the road at Baldwin tonight. Paige Sawyer to play it in for the Lady Cats. Finds Gilman in the backcourt. She'll dribble up across the timeline, stops and releases to Sawyer. She'll give it back to Gilman. Set on the right wing, looking inside. Skip pass goes to Wagner into feint. Had a chance to go up, stopped right there, gets it back to Gilman. Off the rim, no good. It's out of bounds off the Lady Cats. And Baldwin will play it in with 10 seconds remaining on the clock of this first quarter. Ball inbound into the backcourt. Boyle releases on the right side, down in the far corner, a three-point shot away. Hard off the back of the rim, no good. Spot for, and Young comes out of there with the ball as the buzzer sounds. We go to the end of the first quarter. It's the Baldwin Bulldogs 16, Lady Cats 15. Rick, we need a break. Let's take her back to the station, and Bobby will do the thing for our sponsors. We'll be back in 1 minute.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Clean washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain pellet grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. We knew that this would be a great matchup of early season Class 4A Division II ladies basketball teams, and we're getting all we can get here in the first quarter with Baldwin leading 16-15. They take a three-point shot. It's no good, and Cameron Wagner boards it up for the Lady Cats. She'll release to Gilman, comes across the timeline, works the top of the key, finds Young with the left-hand dribble. Step back, popper, no good, rebounded away, and here comes Ogle with the ball. Up court, she'll swing to the right-hand side, looks back out on top. Three-point shot is on the way, up and good. Carly Lindenmeyer, her second three of the night. And Baldwin will extend it to a 15-19 margin. Pressure in the backcourt. Sawyer across the timeline. Ball loose on the floor. Now back to Gilman. She's going to dribble drive. A block shot out of bounds. Good job by Kate Ogle to go up. Kept away from the body, and she'll block it out of bounds. For the Lady Cats will play it in underneath their own bucket here with 6:58 to go in the second quarter. Looking for the inbound cutter. Wagner ball chipped away into the hands of Ogle. And she'll come back in with the dribble drive. Lays it up. She's fouled on the way to the hoop. And that will send Abby Ogle to the line to shoot a pair. Ogle with 12 points in the first quarter alone will step to the line as Kirsten Young has whistled her first personal. Ogle's free throw is on the way. It's up and good. And she'll be there for a second attempt. This shot on the way rim home also for Ogle. And it's a 21-16 margin. The Bulldogs on top here. 6:45 on the clock in the second quarter of play. Young with the dribble, reverse ball stolen. It's out of bounds off of Kirsten, and that ball will go in the hands of Baldwin on the far side. We haven't seen a intense team play like this all season long yet. This is a great test for both squads here in tournament time in December. Over the top, they'll go to Lindenmeyer. She's dangerous from behind that arch. Dribble drive in the paint. And number 11 down on the floor, Kayla Kurtz. Took a little worse for the wear on that drive as Paige Sawyer is whistled for her second personal now. And the fourth team foul on the Lady Cats. Inbound, they'll go to Ogle. She'll step through and get the bucket to fall. Nice move going to the basket. Found a small gap and finishes it at the rim. Young on the far side gives up to Gilman. She'll spin it to Paige Sawyer, a 12-footer on the way up and good. Paige now with 8 points for the Lady Cats. Quickly coming the other way. A block foul on the Lady Cats. Lindenmeyer forcing the action. Julia Gilman trying to get back in position to defend, and she's whistled for her first personal foul. And it will send number 3, Carly Lindenmeyer, to the line for Baldwin. 5 team fouls now on the Lady Cats as Coach Gilman gets an explanation from the official. He'll be back at the Lady Cat bench. First free throw on the way is off the rim, no good. And the Lady Cats will play it up. Kick ball underneath. And off to the right side we go. 24-18. The Bulldogs on top. Lady Cats inbound underneath their own basket. Finds Camry Wagner in the corner. Forced the ball in, but Ogle with the steal. She'll bring it up. Dribble drive. Shot away is no good, and Depley comes out of there with it for the Lady Cats. She'll clear it to Paige. Up court to the right-hand side. Finds Wagner. Bring it back to the top, and they'll set the offense here for the Lady Cats. Depley looks down low, has to bring it out to Gilman at the top of the circle. She'll set the offense again for the Lady Cats. On the right wing, now Wagner looking over the top. She'll give it up to Gilman. Dribble drive, puts it on the floor. Back to Wagner. They'll skip pass out to Young. She likes that three. It's in and out. And here come the Bulldogs. Up court, Lindenmeyer stops with the action, goes right. Behind the arch, a three on the way is no good. With the rebound attempt, we're going to have a whistle and a foul. That's number 11 with the foul, Kayla Kurtz. And she has picked up her third personal foul and will go to the bench with 4:55 left to go in this second quarter. And we'll have substitutes aplenty checking in. Over the penalty line, it's a double bonus now for Ashlyn Depley as she connects on her first free throw, and she'll be there for a second. Checking back in for the Bulldogs will be number 24, Kaylee Johnson, and number 2, Josie Boyle, back on the floor as Depley connects. She'll come to the bench with Grace Goulman checking into the lineup for the Lady Cats. And we have a timeout on the floor. The Lady Cats trail the Bulldogs 24-20, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The MyTown Media Station.
Rock and roll can save the world?
Classic rock.
KSMP 97.7 Burlington. The Flint Hills Classic Rock Station. 97.7 The Dawg. Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
We're back with Burlington Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg here tonight on the road to Baldwin. And it has been action from the opening tip. Lady Cats have been within striking distance the whole night. Took one lead of a 7-3 margin early in the contest. But once Baldwin got on top, they have not relinquished the lead and now have a 24-20 margin. We're at the charity stripe. Kate Ogle shot away is no good. And the Wildcats will bring it up. Across the timeline is Tara Thorpe with the dribble. Looks to the high post, finds Wagner. Now back to Thorpe on the top. Well, that right wing. Paige Sawyer, a three on the way, no good. Rebounded away to Baldwin, and they'll bring it across the timeline. On the dribble is Markley. Left-hand side. Going through the Lady Cat defense, but didn't hold on to the ball. It's out of bounds, and the turnover goes back in possession of the Lady Cat. Number 3, Carly Lindenmeyer, checks in again for Baldwin. She'll be back on the floor here with 4 minutes remaining, and the Cats trail by 4. Grace Kuhlman, high post, brings it on the right wing. They lay it in low to Wagner. Has to bring it back out on the top. They'll swing it to Watkins. Now Thorpe stops with the drive. Ball loose and out of there by Ogle. Watkins goes down to try to get that loose ball. Trips up Ogle. And we've got a whistle and a foul. First on Micah Watkins. That'll be the 16th foul on the Lady Cats here. Well, now they've got it listed up as 17 fouls now. And that will send number 4, Abby Ogle, to the line, shooting 1+ bonus. First free throw is on the way. That's up and good. And she'll be there at the stripe for another free throw attempt. Shot is on the way. This one also is netted home. Ogle tonight is 5 of 6 from the stripe. And it's a 26-20 lead. Baldwin on top. We approach the 3-minute mark. Paige Sawyer with the ball on the far wing. Now back to the top of the circle. Fires up a 3. It's hard off the rim. No good. Camry Wagner forced it. Shot away is off the mark. And Ogle will control for Baldwin. Up the right-hand side. Stop, and a first shot is on the way. That's good for Riley Stewart. Her first point of the night. And it's a 29-20 margin. Baldwin on top. They've made a run here and stretched that lead out to a 9-point margin. We've got a block foul. Number 4, Abby Ogle, picking up her 3rd personal here in the first quarter of action. Her along with Kayla Kurtz both have been whistled for 3 personal fouls. That's going to send Jara Thorpe to the line for the Lady Cats. Her first time at the line, and she connects with the free throw. And she'll be there for the second into the double bonus period now. The rest of the way out for the Lady Cats. Jara sets up again. This one rims around and goes down for the Lady Cats. Slowly trying to climb back into this. Narrow that to a 29-22 margin. Baldwin on top as we go under the 3-minute mark. Carly on the right-hand side. Sets the offense. Oh, definitely thought she had a steal. It went off the Bulldog hand, out of bounds. And the Lady Cats will have possession in the backcourt. Thorpe brings it across the timeline, looks to the high post, finds Grace Kuhlman. Back to Thorpe. She fires off a three. It's short. Ball fought for underneath the bucket. It's off of Baldwin, out of bounds, and the Lady Cats will play it in. They look to the near side. Coach Kuhlman giving them the inbound play call as Paige Sawyer will inbound for the Lady Cats. High over the top. They'll go to Watkins. Back to Paige. She fires up a three. It's short and rebounded away. On the reach-in, we're going to have a whistle and a foul. That's number 14. Jara Thorpe picking up her first personal foul. Her and Grace Kuhlman both defending back there. And Jara is whistled. Coach Gilman again wants to get a little explanation. His point of view, thought he saw something different. 1-and-1 free throw attempt, no good. But on the putback, Baldwin scores it up, and they're back up on the lead. We got that bucket. Back down court quickly. Here comes Watkins on the far side. Now Paige Sawyer with the ball in the wing. Ball tipped away and saved inbounds. They'll lead it out ahead. Shot up, no good. Rebound fought for down low. They'll kick it out on top to Riley again. Number one, Riley Stewart connects on her second three-pointer of the night. And its biggest lead of the night, 34-22. We've got a double dribble turnover, and the ball goes back to Baldwin. They'll play it in on the far sideline as Kirsten Young and Cameron Wagner both check back in for the Lady Cats. Baldwin to play it in the backcourt. Everybody moving and a grooving down in that lane. There's body fly every time the ball goes up in the air. Farley with the dribble comes left-hand side. Now they'll spin it back over the top into the hands of Josie Boyle. She'll look down in the far corner, gets the ball back as she goes down the lane. Cut off on the far wing. Lindenmeyer with the ball high over her head. She'll call out the offense. Set to the top of the circle, and she'll set the offense one more time. On the left wing, back to Carly. A three-shot is short. And Kirsten Young controls the board. Cats trail by a dozen here after that big run by the Bulldogs. They'll put it back in the hands of Kirsten Young. Thorpe now fires a three herself. It's short. Ball picked up loose off the floor by Ogle, and she'll clear it to Lindenmeyer. We're under a minute to play. Baldwin on top, 34-22 here over the Lady Cats. They'll work it at the top, drive down the middle, all the way to the hoop. No good on the run. Ball loose now, and Thorpe comes out of it with the Lady Cats. Off-score pass comes to Young. Up for the three. It's short off the mark. And here comes Baldwin out on the run on the break far side. Shot away is up and good. That's McKinley Markley with her second bucket of the night. And we're under 20 seconds to play. Lady Cats need to get a good offensive rhythm this time. They'll put it in the hands of Young. Her three ball is away. No good. Jara Thorpe comes down with the loose ball, and she's fouled. Pushed on the backside by number 3, Carly Lindenmeyer, picking up her second personal. And Jara Thorpe will go to the line to shoot a pair for the Lady Cats. Jara was 2 for 2 the last time she was at the mark. This one on the way is up and good, and she'll be there for a second. Back on the floor, number 1, Riley Stewart for Baldwin. She hit a pair of three-pointers here in the second quarter. Deadly from behind the arch. Thorpe, second free throw off the rim, no good. And Baldwin comes up. 8 seconds left on the clock. They'll work it to the top of the circle. Smith handled the ball. Lady Cats get it back. And that's the buzzer. We go to the end of one half of play. It is the Baldwin Bulldogs 36, the Burlington Lady Cats 23 at the half. We're going to have to take a water break, oxygen break, just about anything else we can get a hold of here tonight. But we're going to send it back to the station, let Bobby do the deal for our sponsors, and we'll return after this 3-minute timeout.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 The Dawg invite you for some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrettson in Burlington. For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Life Care Center Burlington offers all the comforts of home as well as added luxuries, including a beauty and barber salon, specialized fine dining program, courtyard and gardening area, and is conveniently located near shopping, retirement communities, and other medical community resources. Life Care also provides in- and outpatient rehabilitation services for all ages. Their licensed staff offers 24-hour skilled nursing. Stop by and visit the Life Care Center of Burlington today, located at 601 Cross Street.
In life, there are people, places, and things known as exceptional. There is a place like that in Garnett, Kansas. Hi, this is Brian Steffens, and I'm talking about Beckman Motors. Everywhere you go, you'll see vehicles with the Beckman Motors name on them. We want to show you how exceptional we are. The next time you decide to buy a new Ford or Chevy or any pre-owned vehicle, do yourself a favor and come to Beckman Motors in Garnett and experience what it's like to buy a vehicle from exceptional people in an exceptional place. Beckman Motors on Highway 59 in Garnett, Kansas, selling new Fords and Chevrolets along with pre-owned vehicles for a long, long time and doing it exceptionally well every day.
Stop by Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington for amazing deals and already low prices. On sale this week, frozen family pack of boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.69 a pound. Best choice vegetables, 2 for $1. Or a fresh boneless beef rump roast, $2.99 a pound. And fresh bananas, 39 cents a pound. New York garlic breads, 2 for $5. And American Beauty pasta, 99 cents. For these and more savings, go to Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington. Sale ends December 12th.
Trust Point Insurance is truly an independent insurance agency. They have the unique ability to shop the marketplace for the insurance company that provides the best protection at the most competitive price and has the ability to write with over 30 different companies. Trust Point Insurance offices are located at 800 North 4th Street in Burlington and 902 Commercial Street in Emporia. Stop in or call today to set up a time that is convenient for you to discuss your auto, home, farm, business, crop, and life insurance, or visit them online at Trust Point.
The staff at Diners Cafe, 1020 North 2nd Street in Burlington, wishes you a Merry Christmas and blessed New Year. If the hustle and bustle of the holiday season leaves you short on time and energy, come see us and we'll take one thing off your list, cooking a meal. We want to be your eatery of choice by providing an outstanding experience, friendly service, inviting atmosphere, and of course, great food. Diners Cafe. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. Just heard that Diners Cafe ad, and we know just exactly what they're talking about. They take care of you down at Diners Cafe just the same way they take care of us on the road here on Friday night, a trip up to Baldwin. And we were taken care of on the Meals for Wheels. And Rick, I know there's a piece of cake at. Maybe between the game, we'll be, if we got any air left in us, well, we may have to take a little trip outside to the Dogmobile. Right. Put away that piece of cake tonight. But right here, I hope they got fueled up with plenty before they got to the game, because these two ladies' teams are putting it on the floor, working up and down at a high level. And the Lady Cats and the Lady Bulldogs entertaining the fans here at the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. Baldwin came out and got the first score, but the Lady Cats jumped back on top with a 7-3 lead before Baldwin tied the game at 9-all. They had a 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter, a 16-15 margin. That went on a 12-4 run to gain a lead on the Lady Cats, and we're at the halftime break with Baldwin up 36-23 after one half of play. On the Baldwin side of the ledger, it has been the Abby Ogle contest here as she contributed 12 of the 16 points in that first quarter of action. She finishes the half with 18, shooting 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. The other scores coming for Baldwin, Carly Lindenmeyer with 6 points. Those came from a pair of three-pointers. Also with 6 points was Riley Stewart, as she nailed 2 trays in the second quarter when she came on the floor. 4 points tonight for McKinley Barkley and 1 from Kayla Kurtz. The other numbers that we're looking at in the scorebook is the foul total. 11 total fouls as they were whistled for 7 with 1 minute and 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter. They quickly put the Lady Cats to the line in a 1+ situation. And the number of fouls do add up quickly as Abby Ogle and Kayla Kurtz, each with 3 personals in the first half of play. Lindenmeyer and Stewart each whistled for a pair. Lady Cats come back on the scoring side. Kirsten Young leading the way with 9 points, all of those coming from behind the arch as she hit 3 3-pointers in the first quarter to face the Lady Cats. Paige Slowyer perfect at the line, 6 of 6 in that first quarter, and a 2-pointer adds up to her total of 8 points in the first half of play. Ashlyn Depley, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe, as was Jara Thorpe, 3 of 4 from the stripe, and the Lady Cats total 23 in our first half of play. Rick, you missed out on a couple of games here early, but you're getting a full darn game of it here the first half. What are your impressions of the Lady Cats and the Bulldogs in this first half of play?
Well, the Baldwin Bulldogs, pretty fast. They like to push it up and down the court. As you said, Ogle had 18 points. That's half of their points. The 36 they have, it's pretty much the Ogle show for the Baldwin Bulldogs. The Lady Cats, I think they're being forced to play a little quicker than what they are used to, and I think that's just simply due to the competition that we play. They're hanging in there. If they can get it down to single digits here by the end of the third quarter, I think they've got a good shot at making a run and maybe winning the game, but they're going to have to get it to single digits by the beginning of the fourth quarter.
And I think with an aggressive style of play, if they can get another couple of fouls on some of the leaders of that Baldwin team, put them in a little situation there, would be a key to restricting how aggressive they can themselves.
Yeah, it certainly would. Abby Ogle's got 3, like you mentioned earlier, and so does Kayla Kurtz. And if they could get them pick up a fourth here, say, in the third quarter, the coach is going to have to pretty well pull them and set them down whether he wants to or not, protect them for later on in the game. But, they've right now their Achilles heel is their foul trouble that they're in.
Lots of basketball action going on here the first week of December. Tournament action this week finds Hartford and Southern Coffee County down at Yates Center this week. And Lebo has made the trip out to Harrington for tournament time. The Burlington JV squad was down at Fort Scott last night. We're going to look for an update on that score before the boys' game here. They'll return to Fort Scott tomorrow for the finish of that tournament on the JV side. And at home tonight, or on the road tonight for Burlington, the wrestling squad is over at Prairie View. We made the trip to Prairie View last Friday night in the Dawg Mobile to bring you the Lady Cats and Wildcat game. The wrestlers are on the road that way, and we may have some updates, matches from Prairie View to report later on this evening. Teams are back out. They've done their halftime adjustments, got out for a little warm-up period. They're marking it down on the clock, and we're going to be ready to go here with the second half of play as Burlington Lady Cats on the road tonight at Baldwin, taking on the Lady Bulldogs in that Wildcat Bulldog Classic. The ladies trail Baldwin 36-23 as the Lady Cats will have possession to start this second half of play here on the road at Baldwin, Kansas tonight. They'll inbound to Kirsten Young on the far side and set the offense. Ball tipped away, another turnover, and we have a foul. That is Camry Wagner. Wasn't paying attention, come up forward and lost her concentration, ran into the back of the Bulldog and picks up her first personal and the first team foul to start this third quarter of action. Abby Ogle back on the floor again for Baldwin. We've got a whistle and a push foul. This time it's only 14. Kate Ogle set a moving stick, and the official whistled that immediately. The ball back in the hands of the Lady Cats. Gilman brings it across the timeline for Burlington. Looks left wing. Finds Paige Sawyer looking for the cutter over the top. Now they'll go back to Depley. Finds Gilman right wing. She'll set the offense for the Lady Cats. Comes to the top of the circle with the dribble. High post. Wagner on the right wing. Looks over to Young on the give and go. Cut off from that. She'll bring the ball out and put it in the hands of Paige Sawyer. Looking inside, but a bad pass stolen away there by Ogle. She'll drive to the hoop. It's up and in. Quick hand, she identifies that passing lane, gets the steal, and first points on the board here of the second half. Definitely in the paint, turnaround shot short off the front of the rim, no good. Wagner putback shot, no good. Rebound fought for, and we've got a tie-up underneath the bucket. Depley and Ogle both trying to get possession. The possession arrow going to Baldwin. They'll play it in the backcourt. Ogle to dribble up for Bulldogs. Set the offense and look to the high post. She'll go off the pick on the right side. Give it go, but there is Kirsten Young with the steal. She'll bring it for the Lady Cats. Off the timeline at the top side. Wagner on the far wing goes to Depley in the paint, in and out. That one just would not fall. Had it partway down and came back out, rebounded away to Baldwin, and they'll go to the top of the circle with a three-point shot away. No good. Ball loose on the floor. Tied up inside. No, we've got a whistle and a foul on the reach-in. That's going to be Julia Gilman picking up her first personal. Ball on the floor. That'll be to inbound for Baldwin. They'll find Ogle on the far side. Goes out to Wirtz behind the screen. Three-point shot away short. No good. And Depley comes out of there with the loose ball for the Lady Cats. Up court on the left side comes Kirsten Young. Goes down low. Didn't set herself for that shot. Misfire, and here comes the other direction to the lane, laying the ball up. We've got a whistle and a foul. That's going to send Kayla Kurtz to the line to shoot a pair for Baldwin. As that foul whistled on, Gilman picking up two quick fouls here in the second half, 3 total for Julia on the night. At the line, Kurtz sets the first free throw away, is off the mark. Substitute checking in for Gilman is number 14, Jara Thorpe. Kurtz prepares for her second free throw. This one on the way and finds the net there. That sends that lead, a 39-23 margin. Baldwin leading it here with 6 minutes remaining on the clock. Sawyer, ball right wing, looks down underneath low to Wagner, not back out. Page, a three away, no good. Rebound by Young. Her shot up, no good. Depley goes with the putback, but she traveled with it. Got off on the wrong foot. And when she came back to earth, the whistle blew. Up court come the Bulldogs. Across the timeline, Ogle with the dribble. Goes to the right wing, sets down low in the post. Didn't get a return pass. They'll go left side. Works with the dribble drive. Now we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Ball on the floor. Number 14 is Jara Thorpe picking up her second personal. And Baldwin to play it in. 14 fouls on the Lady Cats here to start this third quarter of play. Lindenmeyer, ball at the top of the circle. She'll set the offense for Baldwin. Left side, reverse step. They're going back to Lindenworth. She work inside. Dribble drive, no good. And Lindenworth comes out with that loose ball. She'll release it up to the top. And number 1, Riley Stewart connects behind the arch. Her third three-pointer of the night. Cats bring it up on the far side. Wagner with the ball on the far wing. She'll lay it down low to Debley. Banks it home. The Lady Cats finally get on the board here in the third quarter with Ashlyn Debley's two-point shot in the lane. From behind the arch on the far side, a three rims in and out for Baldwin. Down in the lane on the putback. We've got a whistle and a foul. This shot falls home for Brianne here, and she will go to the stride. That foul whistle on Paige Sawyer, her third personal foul, as the things are just not falling for the Lady Cats. It will for Gear as she gets the free throw. 3 points on the night for the junior. And the Lady Cats will play it in from the end line. They trail by 20, a 45-25 margin here. Baldwin on top with 4:34 on the clock. Across the timeline comes Watkins on the near side. And the ball stolen away by Ogle. She's going to take it to the rack. Down low, that rims off, won't go, but the loose ball tipped out. Dribble drive in the lane, up and good by Kayla Kurtz. She's got an eye for that ball, and they make the most of each. Thorpe tried to pick up her dribble and stop, but slid her foot. The turnover sends it to Baldwin as Julia Gilman checks back into the lineup for Burlington. In the backcourt, Ogle will bring it across the timeline and call out the offense for Baldwin. She'll dribble on the left wing. Tried to go inside, but the ball tapped away. Out on the top again is Lindenmeyer. Looks for the cutter down low, goes off the high pick. Give it go left side. Ogle up for the shot, no good. And Julia Gilman, good rebounding position that time. And Gear is whistled for her first personal foul. Trying to corral that loose ball. Julia had position. And the second team foul on Baldwin. As number 20, McKinley Barkley checks back onto the floor again for Baldwin. Lady Cats play it in the backcourt. Across the timeline, Gilman goes up top to Young. Back to Thorpe behind the arch. Her three is in and out, halfway down, and wouldn't stay. They'll clear it to Ogle, and she'll lead the charge up court. Lob down low. Barkley's shot away is no good. Now a whistle and a foul. Oh, that was Kurtz. Kurtz was trying to get her own rebound of the missed shot, but she's whistled for the foul on the backside of the Lady Cats. And now with 4 personals is Kayla Kurtz. Cats will bring it across the timeline. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter of play at Baldwin. Gilman picks up the dribble on the give and go to Young down the middle. She's fouled on the way to the hoop, and that will send Kirsten Young to the line for the Lady Cats. Number 32 picking up the foul is Gear, her second personal, and the 4th team foul on Baldwin sends Kirsten Young to the line. That free throw is on the way off the rim, no good. Ashlyn Debley checking back into the lineup for Burlington as Camry Wagner will come to the bench. Kirsten set for that second free throw attempt. This one's on the way. She finds the mark and now in double figures with 10 points for the Lady Cats. So 47, 26 total. Baldwin on top here. Ogle down the lane, has to kick it back out on the wing. They'll play it in the left side, and a steal there. Nice job by Thorpe. Got in the way and got the kick steal for the Lady Cats. Gilman picks up the dribble, looks too Young, comes off the high pick, stops and pops a three, bounds over the backboard, out of bounds, and that'll be Baldwin ball. Checking back on the floor for Baldwin, number 3 in the lineup, Carly Lindenmeyer, and number 14, Kate Ogle, return to the floor for Baldwin. as they'll play it in the backcourt with 2:35 left on the clock. Right wing. Now catch through the middle. They'll pull it back over the top side. Goes back on the side to Boyle. They'll play it around behind the three-point arch there. Looking on the inside, but the ball tipped away. It's going to be out of bounds. The officials haven't given us a signal. Now they say it's going to be Baldwin ball to play in on the end line. They'll set the offense on the far wing. High over the top, they'll go to Lindenmeyer. Looks for the cutters coming out of the middle. At the top of the circle is Boyle. We're at the 2-minute mark. Baldwin leading 47-26 here on their home court tonight. Looking on the inside, a lob down, but Kirsten Young gets the steal. They'll bring it 2-on-2. Kirsten and Ashland. Shot away, no good. Ashland with the putback. Up and in. Count the bucket. She got fouled. Ashland definitely following down and great position to get that rebound. She'll go to the line for the Lady Cats. Half foul whistled on number 3, Carly Lindenmeyer. I've got her with 3 fouls. They've got her with 2. Oops, now we've got it half foul whistled on number 1, Stewart. And Ashland connects on the free throw for the Lady Cats. She has 8 points on the night, and it is a 47-29 margin for the Lady Cats. Across the timeline into the deep corner. 3-point shot away is no good. And Thorpe is there for the board. She'll bring it out for the Cats. Across the timeline, quickly down floor. Into the hands of Kuhlman, dribbled off of a Bulldog out of bounds. The Lady Cats will play it in front of their own bench. Thorpe to key it up for the Lady Cats. Finds Julia Gilman at the top of the circle. Sets the offense near side to Kuhlman. Now goes to Watkins on the right wing. Thorpe inside. They'll find Kuhlman. She'll drop step left. Shot away off the rim, no good, and rebounded out to the Bulldogs. Ogle brings the ball up court. She's going to go all the way to the hoop. No foul, no. There was contact, but it's a game of up and down. They play it into Ashland Debley. Her turnaround shot, give and take there. There was contact on both ends, but no whistle from the official. We're inside a minute to play here with the Baldwin Bulldogs leading 47-29. Reach in, Thorpe got away with one there, I'd say. Ball loose on the floor. Ogle comes out with it. They'll slow it down. They can work with 35 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. And Coach Bob Martin for the Bulldogs calling out to play for one shot to finish off this third quarter. Ogle with the dribble, 21 seconds. They'll go right-hand side, put it back into the hands of Boyle. Ball loose, tipped away, but back into the hands of Lindenmeyer. Down the lane, Boyle kicks back out. Ogle behind the arm. A three, in and out, no good. Rebound had a foot up. Down low is Kate Ogle for the 2 at the buzzer. And we go to the end of 3 quarters to play. A 20-point margin, 49-29. The Baldwin Bulldogs on top of the Lady Cats. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and return with basketball on the Dog here from Baldwin.
If you've got just the right paint color in mind, don't settle for anything less. Head to Burlington Building Materials, located at 626 Neosho in Burlington, and experience a brand new paint department brought to you by Do It Best Quality Paints. Your home is your canvas, and whether you're looking for a functional neutral or a pop of the trending hue, the Colors Journeys experience at Burlington Building Materials has all the tools you need to help your vision come to life. Colors Journeys, your destination for inspiration.
Support socks can be fashionable. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, has the Touch brand of compression socks. These combed cotton knee-high support socks offer a snug, stylish fit and feel luxuriously smooth against the skin. Sizes for men and women are available in timeless patterns and colors. Buy the softest compression socks on the market today at Prescription Center, 312 Cross Street. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, 620-364-5523.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Lady Cat basketball on the Dog here tonight as the Burlington Lady Cats have traveled to Baldwin, the Bulldog Wildcat Classic, taking on the homestanding Baldwin Bulldogs, and these ladies are defending their home turf. They hold a 49-29 lead over the Lady Cats as we start this fourth quarter of play. Baldwin with the ball out behind the arc, puts it in the hands of Lindenmeyer. Looks like they're going to run some set offense here. And the Lady Cats, good defensive positioning down low by Paige Sawyer, takes the charge on that player control foul as number 2, Josie Boyle, picks up her first personal foul, driving into the lane. That'll be the 16th foul on Baldwin. And the Lady Cats bring it up. 7 minutes remaining here in the contest tonight. Skip pass goes to Gilman. She'll drive the lane, gets fouled on the way to the hoop, and Julia Gilman will go to the line. About whistled down low. Julia, nice move after receiving that ball, gave a little shake and bake as Riley Stewart is whistled for her first personal foul. Well, that's going to be the third personal foul on Riley. And Julia can't connect the first free throw. She sets for a second. It's on the way up and good. Ogle brings the ball up court, looks down low in the paint to Kate Ogle. Left wide open down under when she came down quickly after the free throw. And good tight on the floor to put it in the hands of Kate Ogle for the bucket. Paige Sawyer on the right-hand side with the dribble, goes to Wagner. Down on the low post, gets it to Gilman. Now Debley, step-back shot is up and good. Ashlyn Debley took that pass and went straight up with the hoop. Now Ogle with the dribble at the top of the key for Baldwin. Works against Kirsten Young. They'll spin it on the left side. Into the hands of Cole. She'll pass, go through, pop out to the other wing. Now back to the top side. They find Stewart. Look over to Ogle. She looks inside. Ogle down in the paint. Her shot away is no good. We've got a whistle and a foul going for the rebound. That's number 2, Josie Boyle, picking up her second personal. And that is the 18th foul. So we'll be in the 1+ bonus here for the Lady Cats to shoot. Paige Sawyer steps to the line for Burlington. Paige was 6 of 6 in the first quarter from the charity stripe. She hits one more, and she'll be there for the bonus. Lady Cats trying to trim away at this lead. Second free throw is on the way. Rolls around and down. It's a 51-34 margin now. Lady Cats trailing the Bulldogs. Three-point shot away, no good. Rebounded out of there by Wagner. Nice job, Camry, having position on the rebound. On the far side, a whistle and a foul. That reach in on number 4, Abby Ogle, picks up her fourth personal now. And Paige Sawyer will go to the line. Paige set for another 1-and-1 attempt. That first one is in. And another attempt on the way on the bonus. 5:42 remains on the clock here at Baldwin tonight. Perfect 8 for 8 for Paige Sawyer here tonight as the Cats trim away. a 51-36 margin here. A dribble drive to the line. The ball won't fall, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Down low paint, number 35, Camry Wagner picks up her third personal. And to the line is Kayla Kurtz. Kurtz sends home the first free throw, and she'll be there for a second attempt. Through her procedure, she's up with the shot. It's off the rim wide. Kirsten Young boards out for the Lady Cats, and she'll bring it up on the right wing. Now finds Julia Gilman at the top of the circle. She'll dribble on the right side. Skip pass comes to Paige. Lawyer a three away, no good. And it's out of bounds. Baldwin ball. No rebounding when you don't hit the rim, I'm afraid. They'll bring it across the timeline and work as we have a timeout on the floor. Coach Bob Martin of the Baldwin Bulldogs calling the timeout to talk to his ladies. And we'll go back to the station, take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg.
Make reversing your vehicle easier and clearer with the HD dash cam, just $39.99. And make working easier with this 26-piece screwdriver set with rack, just $19.99. And help your car last with the Pennzoil Converter Motor Oil, only $3.99 a quart. Offer good through December 31st or while supplies last. Caldwell's Auto Parts, 423 Kennedy Street in Burlington.
Hi, this is Colin Sleazer with Alpha Roofing, LLC in Burlington. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing and have become one of the most respected roofing companies in Northeast Kansas. Customer service is our #1 priority, and knowing that your home or business is safe in our hands is what makes this licensed contractor your #1 choice. If it's a repair or an entire roof, we have the knowledge and skills to get the job done right. Stop in at 213 North 3rd Street, Burlington, or check out our website at www.alpharoofers.com. Alpha Roofing, your hometown roofing expert.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg. Here on the road to Baldwin in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. And Baldwin is defending their home turf with a vengeance here. They've got an 18-point lead on the Lady Cats, but Julia Gilman wants to trim that. A three-pointer won't fall home. Ball loose on the floor now, back in the hands of Baldwin. They'll lead out past the head. Dribble drive, that shot away, no good. Ogle rebounds, gives it up, and back out on the top side. They'll set the offense. On the far wing, Kurtz with the ball, skip pass. Ogle wants to drive down the lane. It's up and in for Abby Ogle. Her first bucket of this fourth quarter of play. Back to a 20-point margin, a 56-36 run for Baldwin on top. Shot away. Debley gets the rebound. She sends the putback home for Ashlyn Debley. And Ashlyn with an even dozen now for the Lady Cats. Back on top, Lindenmeyer with the dribble. She'll look left side. Kurtz dribbles into the lane, reverse step. She'll drive to the hoop. We've got a whistle and a foul. Kayla Kurtz, the 5'6" junior guard, will go to the line and shoot a pair. That foul whistled on number 5, Paige Sawyer. It is her fourth personal foul. Now 17 fouls on the Lady Cats. Here with 3:53 remaining in the contest. Kurtz will set for another free throw attempt. This shot on the way is up, and it's in and out, but underneath for the rebound. Ogle gets the rebound. He gets the putback and is fouled on the shot. Kate Ogle gets the bucket, and she'll be at the line. That foul whistled on Grace Kuhlman, picking up her first personal. And Ogle connects for the three-pointer the old-fashioned way. As the Lady Cats bring it up court on the near side, Gilman looks to the top circle. Now gets it back on the return pass. Shara Thorpe with the ball high overhead. She'll find Gilman down low. Step through layup on the way. It's good. Julia Gilman going to the hoop the whole way on that and converts for the Lady Cats. Ogle at the top of the key. Drives down, left-hand shot. No good, but the loose ball. Baldwin back in charge. Lady Cats just not aggressive going to the loose ball at all tonight. Abby Ogle with the ball back in hand, works left side of the floor. Skip pass, a three-pointer on the way, short off the rim, no good, and the Lady Cats will chase it down. Thorpe comes out of there with it, gives up to Gilman. Lead pass ahead to Depley. Shot away, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul, sending Ashlyn Depley to the line where she'll shoot a pair. Number 14 is Kate Ogle, the 5'11 junior, picking up her third personal foul. Now 10 team fouls on the Bulldogs here with 2:45 left on the clock. And Ashley 2 set at the mark. Free throw on the way. Hard off the back of the rim. No good. Ball loose on the floor. They'll clear it out of there and get it to Abby Ogle. On the left-hand side, dribble and drive. Kurtz is up and in with the bucket. She is fearless going down that lane. A 62-40 margin now for the Bulldogs on top of the Lady Cats here as we approach the 2-minute mark. Unforced error, throwing the ball away. Those turnovers are so big, keeping those stats together. And Coach Gilman will review this game over and over as Wildcats get ready for Pioneer League play next week. They've got to finish it out here on the floor against Baldwin. And a block shot. That time, Kirsten Young. She's seen that move before. She goes up high and slaps it against the wall. Baldwin playing it in as Cambry Wagner gets ready to check back on the floor for Burlington. Ashlyn Depley will return to the bench. 2:07 on the clock here. Lady Cats playing defense to the very end. They'll inbound the ball to Ogle. She'll drive the baseline up and in. Good job by Ogle. She recognized where she was at on the floor. We've got a turnover by Gilman. Tried to get started on the dribble, but shuffled her feet. A ball into the hands of Baldwin as Coach Gilman sensed the frustration in his body language on the bench here directly to our left tonight. Ogle with the dribble at the top of the circle. Now she'll back it back out as Kirsten Young takes the defensive position on the left-hand side. Skip pass will come near side. Lindenmeyer looks to Ogle down in the paint. Reach in by Thorpe. Ball loose, and the Lady Cat got out of there with it. Got a chance to break up. They didn't go quickly down court. Gilman picks up her dribble, skips it to Thorpe. Three ball away is no good. And possession Baldwin. Minute 16 on the clock. They'll bring it up and work that clock. They can play some one-on-one ball. Ogle with the ball on the far side. She goes against Kirsten Young. Offense clears out. Now Kurtz comes to the ball. Sets the offense. We're under a minute to play here on the road at Baldwin tonight. They'll put it back in the hands of Ogle. Skip pass goes right-hand side to Kate Ogle this time. Ball fifth is loose on the floor, but back into the hands of Baldwin. They'll give it up on the top side to Stewart. Now a timeout on the floor. A wholesale substitution of 5 new players in for Baldwin as we take a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it right here on the air. Baldwin's going to win this game convincingly, and we have seen what lies ahead for the Burlington Lady Cats in Class 4A Division II. We know that come March, it'll be State time. That'll be held over at Anderson County. That will put Anderson County, Osawatomie, Burlington, and Baldwin in the same tournament bracket. So these ladies will have a couple of months to prepare their game and be ready to take it on the floor when they possibly could meet with Baldwin again in March. Inbound and play on the right-hand side. Watkins is going to be whistled for the foul. Michael Watkins' second personal foul tonight. To the line steps number 24, Kaylee Johnson. Johnson will shoot 1+ bonus here. First one is on the way. It's up and good. And she'll be there for that bonus shot. 27 seconds remain on the clock as she hits the second free throw. 2 for 2 for Johnson. And the Lady Cats bring it across the timeline to set their own offense. Kuhlman, top of the circle, goes right side to Watkins. Now finds Paige Sawyer in the corner. They'll skip it near side. Thorpe steps in from 12. Shot away is no good. Rebounded to Baldwin. They'll clear the ball. And a chance to dribble out the time on the clock here. As the buzzer sounds and we come to the end. A convincing victory for Baldwin. They take a 66-40 win over the Burlington Lady Cats here in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic hosted at Baldwin High School this year. We're going to get our numbers together from tonight's action. Take a break back to the station for a 2-minute timeout for our sponsors, and we'll return to wrap up Lady Cat basketball on the Dog.
We're kicking off the football season at Burlington Auto Supply with a full field of savings on your fall tune-ups. Autolite spark plugs at $1.99 and Wix filters at $2.95 will get your vehicles ready to hit the road as you follow the Cats to all their home and road games. Stop by for our Saturday specials following each Wildcat victory at Burlington Auto Supply, your bumper-to-bumper parts store on Neosho Street in Burlington. Let's go, Cats!
When it comes to the health of you and your family, choosing the right pharmacist is just as important as choosing the right doctor. Find a pharmacist that's right for you at your local Medicine Shop pharmacy. More than a healthcare advisor, they take the time to get to know you and to personally answer all your healthcare questions and concerns. Make the right choice. Choose a Medicine Shop pharmacist. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Burlington, Kansas. Caring beyond prescriptions.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at Crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Ready to go?
Almost. I just have to stop at the bank, get a few money orders, to pay some bills.
Well, why don't you just write the checks yourself?
I can't.
Still? I thought you were back on your feet financially.
I am, but I never thought starting from square one would take this long.
For a second chance at a banking relationship, it's Central Time. Whatever the reason, life happens. You might have had a checking account that was overdrawn when it was closed. And finding a bank who will let you start with a clean slate can be a challenge. That's why Central National Bank offers New Opportunity Checking. Write checks, use a Visa check card, and enjoy free online banking and free ATM use at Central National Bank ATMs. Plus, you have a place to cash your checks. Ask about New Opportunity Checking from Central National Bank. It's money for life, the way we live today. Some restrictions and fees apply.
Central National Bank, money for life.
Member FDIC in your hometown since 1884.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball on the Dog. Here tonight, the Lady Cats in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic hosted at Burlington High School. Monday and Tuesday night, all smiles, all success as the Lady Cats win their first two contests. Monday night, the girls were a 76-46 victor over Lewisburg. Came back on Tuesday and had a 58-25 win over Anderson County. And here in the final night of action, they take on the Baldwin Bulldogs, and the ladies from Baldwin defended their home turf with a 66-40 win over the Lady Cats. It was the Abby Ogle game in the first half as she collected 18 of the Baldwin 36 points and finishes the night with 24. The only Bulldog in double figures tonight, though they did have 8 ladies in the scorebook. But Abby Ogle, quite a player for the Burlington or the Baldwin Bulldogs, as she dominated this fast-paced team and will lead them far. As we said, we may get a chance to see them again come tournament time. We'll keep an eye to the north and keep those scores coming for us. We'll know what's happening here at Baldwin after seeing these young ladies play. On the Lady Cat side of the ledger, 5 ladies on the books tonight. 3 points from Julia Gilman and 3 from Jarrah Thorpe. Jarrah 3 for 4 from the charity stripe to get her marks tonight. 3 players for the Lady Cats were in double figures. Kirsten Young with 10 points. She hit 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, but held scoreless until the third quarter when she got 1 free throw to finish out with double figures and 10 points for the Lady Cats. An even dozen for 2 players tonight. Ashlyn Depley, 12 points for the junior, and Paige Sawyer also with 12 points. The thing that stands out about Paige, she hits 10 of 10 free throws from the line. Perfect, 100% for Paige Sawyer on her way to 12 points to lead the scoring along with Ashlyn in the effort for the Lady Cats here. But it was not enough to overcome the firepower of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Rick, we knew it'd be a contest. They took the air out of the gym that first half of play. We were sucking air here on the sideline even. I don't know how those ladies kept up with it all up and down the court, but it was a great effort by both teams to play up and down.
Yeah, it was a quick, fast-paced move game, but the Baldwin Bulldogs were just a little bit sharper on their passes. Beat us back on offense for fast break several times. Everybody knew what they were going to do with the ball when they caught it, where it was going to go, whether they were set when they caught it, if they were going to shoot. They knew where they were going to pass it, if they were going to pass. Just a sharper team than what the Burlington Lady Cats were. The Lady Cats, they can get there. They've got the entire season to work on that and prove so that they can give these Lady Dogs a better shot next time we run into them.
I'm sure that they're going to rewind that film time and time again and get inspired to bring it to the court when they get a chance to play against the Baldwin Bulldogs later in the year. But we're going to wrap it up for this first game of the night. The boys are out to warm up.